Hi, let's talk turkey. This is the USB interface install for the Veloster. This procedure will work on any version 1.1 or greater. Right now we're on version 1.5, 1, and 1.5.2. So let's get started. You're going to take your USB stick. You're going to stick it in, nice and easy, into the USB port on the little jack pack down here. Okay, next we're going to hit the accessory button, or you can just turn the key if you don't have the touch start. And there's the jolly old Veloster logo. Okay, so we're going to wait for this to come up. Here we go. It's loading. Alright, so what I do first before the install is I hit media. Okay, and I have photos loaded, so what I do, and just select the photo. That's all I have to do. Now if you don't have photos loaded, hit media and go to USB. Okay, just make sure the music starts playing and then pause it. This just starts the audio driver that you're going to need to play video and music with the new interface. So I'm just going to do the photo because it's easier for me. Next thing you want to do is hold down info setup here for 5 seconds. Okay, this enables test mode. Once you're in test mode, you hit OK. Okay, and now you're going to enter Windows CE. And the code for this is 95829582. It's going to take anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds to exit out of the LG shell and go into Windows CE. So just give it a little bit. It will go into the environment. Okay, so now that we're in, this is where you could either use a pen or a stylus if you have it on the screen, because it's a little difficult to operate. But I'm pretty decent at using this with my fingers. So you're going to double tap My Device at the top. And I say that and I didn't do it. Okay, once you get into My Device, where you're concerned about going is the MD device. That MD device is your USB stick that's plugged in. Okay, so you're going to double tap that. Okay, here's all the folders that's on your drive after you installed it from the computer. And you're going to go to the installer folder. Okay, so go in there. Okay, there's an install video.bat file. You're going to want to double tap that. And now you can see that I didn't double tap it right, because if it completed properly, there'd be another folder that says install complete next to it. So since I didn't see the install complete folder, I want to double tap it again. I'm having a really difficult time with this today. Oh, God. Okay, so I finally got it. The install complete folder has appeared. I know that whatever I need to have installed is done, and I can close out of this with the X. And now you have two options. You can walk away from the car, just turn it off, go inside, wait 10 minutes, come back, and just let the car restart like normal. Or you can take the trusty paper clip and do a hard reset. I recommend you just walk away. I don't really think the paper clip trick on the reset button is a good idea to do all the time unless you have a problem, but personally I don't care. So the reset button is at the top by the actual eject button. You can see the little hole next to it. So I'm just going to reset it for this example. Okay, that resets the head unit. And this also works well if your head unit freezes up for whatever reason, if the buttons don't work, or if it's really super slow and unresponsive. That reset will help you get the head unit working again. Okay, so this is going to come back up. Now you can see that your clock's reset. Now if you're out, I don't have my GPS signal right now because I'm in a garage, but if you're out and about, you'll get your GPS signal back right away and the clock will reset. So what we're going to want to do is the same thing we did before, hit media, and I'm going to go to my photo just so the photo loads, okay? And then make sure if you don't have a photo, you go to your MP3 collection, press play, make sure music's playing, then hit pause before you do this next step. So now you're going to hit info setup for 5 seconds. Okay, test mode's enabled, hit OK. Now you're going to hit the code to go into the new interface, which is 9583 9583. Okay, now we're in the, this is version 1.5.2 with the navigation loaded. Now the navigation software launches, but I cannot get a GPS lock. So any developers or anybody that really wants to go through this and test it, that's what we're looking to do. We need to get a GPS lock before I load the maps. Okay, so just a quick walk around with the functionality of this. You have various functions. If we hit play for the first time here for music, it's going to come to a screen and say, hey, where's your music? Since it's already pointed to the music folder, that's why you should have music in there. I have one folder called playlist. I'm going to select that. Okay, here's all my music. So I just want to play all the music in that folder. So I'm going to hit all in the corner. Okay, it's going to select all. Then you can hit OK at the top. Music's going to start. And if it doesn't, just hit play again. And you can skip the track. Okay, that's how you play music. You can also touch seek. Very intuitive. Pause it. This is your repeat 1, repeat all, and random button. It's all in one button. So if you need to do random, you just hit it. It's usually responds on 3 times or 6 times after you touch it. But you'll notice when you skip songs, it won't be in order anymore. The next function is to launch the video player. You're going to launch the video player by tapping this icon. Okay, it's going to ask for a serial number, and you're just going to hit cancel. Okay, next thing you're going to want to do is, on the regular version, you're going to hit the switch, which would normally be where the navigation icon is. But the switch has been relocated up here. So you're going to tap the switch in the corner. Okay, and then you can relaunch the video player again. And if I hit the switch properly, it would actually launch properly. Okay, you can see now that it's going to launch properly. The video player's up. So now to load a video, you just hit the up arrow down here. And it's going to ask where it's going to point right to your video folder. So you got to have videos in here for it to play. Then you select the video, hit OK at the bottom, and it'll start playing your video. I don't have any videos loaded right now for this example, but you've seen this before. Okay. The button on the top here is to change the color of your background based on the color of the Velosters. Just tap this guy, and it'll go through all the colors of the Velosters. Blue is default because it matches the head unit and the lighting LED color of the interior. The next button is the settings button, which if you go through, you can see here the version numbers at the bottom, and these are all your sub-menus. So what you can do is just go through these menus, play around, but if you do music, and then choose music player, it's going to show you all the songs in your list. So yeah, you can go through like this and it'll show album art, etc. But I generally don't use the music player window, I just use this window. It's just more intuitive. I can pause this again. Okay, the next option is just to close the shell here. Just hit the X. It's going to ask if you want to close it. We're going to not close it. Just hit cancel. And then the last option is navigation. So when you touch the navigation icon, it's going to say loading, and it's going to bring up the navigation software. Okay, right off the bat, it's going to ask you for maps. It really doesn't matter which one you choose because none of the maps are actually loaded. So I'm just going to hit NAC, which is North America. Could not find the activation code. That's fine. Just hit remind me later. Okay, and then just hit this red box here, and it's going to take you to all the menus. So what you're going to do is you can see when you scroll through all these menus, there's a bunch of different options. But for this case, what we're trying to do is get a GPS lock. So you guys really need to work on this. If you want navigation on your car, you're going to have to help out because I just don't have the time to dedicate to going through all the settings, all the head unit, all the configurations to find out how I'm going to activate this stuff. So if you can figure it out, props to you. Here's the settings screen with the navigation option. You can see there's planning preferences, GPS hardware. So if we go to GPS hardware, there's comm settings, baud rate, turn GPS module on, auto detect. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do, and also the configuration for this navigation setup you can do outside the car too. So play around with it, see where you get. It would be awesome if you guys can figure it out. If not, I'll keep working on it. But to exit out, basically you're going to exit. Just hit exit here. It's going to ask you, do you want to exit? Say yes. And then it takes you back to the shell. But that's the basic overview of the version with navigation. I'll just show you a quick setting here with the version without navigation. So you can see what the regular version looks like. Okay, so this is the default, the 1.5.1 shell, and you can see there's no navigation loaded. This is the latest release, and you can see the switch is the main button here to activate the video player. So other than that, that's the only difference right now, but I just wanted to show you the difference in the interface. But that's about it. Hopefully this helps, and just refer online for more documentation or if you have any questions. And if you figure any of the GPS settings out, then great.